Hello and welcome to the first Premier League game week of the 2025-2026 season. Liverpool are going to it as defending champions. Can anyone knock Liverpool off that top spot? And what will Sunderland, Burnley and Leeds do in the new season? Find out in game week number 1 next.
Liverpool are the champions for their people, with their people. Declan Rice! Oh, it's a ripper! Marvelous! Oh, that's magnificent! The young guns of Chelsea claim the Champions League prize. Newcastle will be playing Champions League football again. Now, 20 times the champions of England, Liverpool.
Yes, guys, it is time to break down and serve you Premier League game week number 1. Boys, if you want a discount on your energy, go and get my discount in the description. New Dan 10 at checkout. Peace. For the first one, starting, we've got a bumper crop. We've got a guest. His name is Mr. Alex Agiosk. Yes, he's back again for his predictions for match week number 1. Now, we're starting off on Friday night with Liverpool versus AFC Bournemouth. Now, Liverpool are going into it as defending champions, have made some major investments in the window, including Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez from 2 from Bayer Leverkusen, 1 from Bournemouth, respectively, who would actually play today as well. And Bournemouth have sold, obviously, Kerkez, and now have sold Zabani to PSG. So they've made over 100 mil on defenders this window already. And I am going to say, in this game, it's going to be an easy victory for Liverpool by 3-0. And we now got, and Alex, what do you think in this game?
Hi everyone on Dan's channel. This is my Premier League Week 1 predictions. So first game of the season, which is the Friday night, there's Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Champions versus Bournemouth, I mean. I think Liverpool will win 3-1. Pretty much a comfortable win for them.
And we now go to Saturday, and to the lunchtime game is Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Now, New Villa are aiming to build on last season's momentum, but they have strengthened as well. I mean, they have strengthened Villa. So Newcastle, I mean, we'll go on to Newcastle. Villa have strengthened. They have signed a new striker, a potential midfielder, but there's speculation over the goalkeeper, Ebi Martinez, who has been linked with a move away, but no, he's staying. I think I'm not sure what's going to move him at the moment. But Newcastle have signed. Aaron Ramsdale as a new keeper, a new centre back from AC Milan called Twayan, or I'm not sure it's his name, but he's signed today. After I'm filming this, there's also been some saga, as you probably heard. Oh, Anthony Langa in for them as well, and there's been some saga revolving around Alexander Isak, but I'm going to say Aston Villa to edge it 2-1. And Alex, what are you saying in this game, my man?
For Saturday's games, Aston Villa against Newcastle. I don't see any business with Newcastle, so I'm going 2-0 Villa. Now
we move to the midday to the 3 o'clock games, starting off with Brighton and Hove Albion versus Fulham. Again, two midfield-leaning based teams. Not much to say about this. Not much to say, but let's just say not much strength from both teams. Brighton have lost João Pedro and potentially losing Carlos Baleba, but we'll get into that in a moment. Well, but Baleba, Brighton won't spend money for him. They want 100 mil for him ridiculously. But on the other hand, a 1-1 draw in this game between these two teams. And Alex, what are you saying in this game? Now,
Brighton versus Fulham. I'm going for a standard 1-0 win to Brighton. That's all I see.
Move to our first newly promoted team in Sunderland versus West Ham United. Now, Sunderland promoted face resilient West Ham. I meant to say, but I mean, their fixtures in the early season do look promising, to be fair, for Sunderland, and they have signed a lot of players. Joe Bellingham has obviously now left the club to follow in his brother's footsteps at Borussia Dortmund. They have signed former Arsenal and former Bayern Leverkusen midfielder Granit Xhaka, which could be a potential interesting, but I mean, they're at home for the first game. West Ham have only signed one key player in Walker Peters from Southampton, but I mean, I'm going to go at home. Momentum's key at home. 2-1 Sunderland, I know. And Alex, what are you saying in this game? We know.
And a bit of a shocker one, Sunderland West Ham. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I think Sunderland will get their first point back in the season. West Ham, I don't really see anything with them. I don't see them going to Sunderland and winning, so I'm going for a 1-1.
Now go to our second new promoted team in Tottenham versus newly promoted Burnley. Burnley back in the Premier League after after about a year or two away from the big time. But I mean, they lack depth. They do. They haven't got much quality at all. Do they? Apart from a few signings, lost James Trafford. Crucially lost James Trafford back to Man City, who had a buyback clause for him. But I mean, if they just sign Kyle Walker, why not? But that's a lot of good players. But Spurs how will they play under new Thomas Frank? They now Son Heung-min has left Spurs to go and join LAFC in America. That's going to be a massive blow for Spurs. Maddison's also out for, let's say, the majority of the Premier League season with an ACL injury, so that's his season over. Spurs have signed a couple of players, but how will they fare under Thomas Frank? 3-1 Tottenham Hotspur. And Alex, what are you saying in this game? We now go.
Tottenham against Burnley. Thomas Frank's first game against newly promoted Burnley. I'm going for a 3-1 to Spurs.
Go to Wolverhampton Wanderers. This is Man City. Wolves have gone through to be fair, they've sold all their best players. Cunha's gone, Agnoi's gone, one to Man City, one to United. To be fair, Man City going through transition at the moment. Rodri is injured again, so that delays his thing back. But I think Wolves will struggle. 2-0 win to Manchester City in this game. We now go. And Alex, what are you saying in this game?
Wolves against Man City. Wolves have sold all their best players. 3-0 City. I think City will get back on track this season.
I'll go to Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Now, congratulations to Crystal Palace on winning the Community Shield, but you are no longer in the Europa League because your UEFA loan got turned down, so you are playing in the Conference League this season. However, Chelsea, their opponents, are playing in the Champions League. Their signings keep turning heads. They've signed, let's name them. I'm gonna name the big ones. Liam Delap, 1. João Pedro, 2. Jamie Gittins from Dortmund. Let's see if I can. Who else they signed? defender from Hato from Ajax and Ukrumeka. I don't know how to say his name, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be a tight 1-1 draw. Palace, look out. Palace could be dark horses this year. And Alex, what are you saying in this game?
Then there's Sunday. Chelsea versus Palace. I'm going for a 2-1 Chelsea.
We now go to Nottingham Forest versus Brentford now. Forests have two teams based near London this season on. Forest have strengthened, now playing Europa League football at Palace's expense. They look to be freshening up the team. Brentford, I don't know how they're going to fare because obviously they done lost in Burmo and Norgard and a couple of good experienced key players. And I want to say 2-1 Nottingham Forest. And Alex, what are you saying in this game?
Nottingham Forest, Brentford. Might sound boring, but I'm going for a 1-0 to Nottingham Forest.
I go to probably the highest prolific opening game of the season is Man United. There's Arsenal now. Where do we flipping start? With Manchester, out of our home team now, we have signed Benjamin Sesko, Mateus Cunha, and Brian Mbeumo, and Diego Leon, but I don't think Leon will feature much at the start of the season. But now those Sesko, Mbeumo, Cunha will be a main part of the team this season. But Arsenal have lacked a signing, but until they signed Victor Gyökeres, yes, who was formerly of Amorim's, who have decided to join Arsenal, not United. But I mean, that should give Arsenal that extra boost if he can stay fit and score goals. I'm going to go with my heart, 1-0 draw. I wouldn't say 2-1, I wouldn't say 2-1 Arsenal, but I'm doing this for you boys, 1-0 between Arsenal and Alex. What are you saying in this game?
Man United against Arsenal. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
We now go to the last game, and it is United Leeds versus Everton now. Leeds are back in the top flight. Everton are unpredictable at times. The home crowd will fire up Leeds. Leeds have brought in a lot of signings for Everton. They brought in one striker. I mean, I'm going to keep on short and say 2-1 win to Leeds United and lapped. And Alex, for the last time, what are you saying in this game? And
then Monday Night Football, newly promoted Leeds against Everton. I'm going for 2-0 to Everton. So those are my predictions. Thank you for having me.
We'll bring Premier League Game Week number 1 to an end. Thank you all very much. And I'll see you lot tomorrow for our first football vlog of the season. Now, that we're doing football vlogs, boys. And until then, I will see you lot on Saturday. But for now, what will happen with the Premier League? And will anyone be able to catch Liverpool again? City could do it. Arsenal could do it. What happened in that high prolific game of Arsenal United? Find all that out a lot more next week. But until then, boys, thank you for watching. Alex, thank you for being on. And I'll leave you with this, boys. Goodbye. Let's get the 2025-2026 season underway officially now.